Hello, everybody. It's Bill, it's that college football guy here with the video. Yeah, we're here on Sunday. The recap, a little bit different since we don't have all the games to go through. I'm not really going to do the 5-star performances, hit the gym, what the blue hell, because everybody pretty much watched everything, didn't we? So first off, bowl game wise, congratulations to Memphis, UNLV, James Madison, Sam Houston State, Ohio, and Florida on winning their bowl games. And congratulations to Notre Dame, Texas, Penn State, and Ohio State for winning their first round games in the college football playoff. Any takeaways I took away from the week? One, Notre Dame and Ohio State just dominated. Notre Dame, Indiana doesn't look like it. It was Indiana got 14 garbage points in the fourth quarter. It was just, Notre Dame just beat them up, and Ohio State beat up Tennessee. Flat out domination. So congratulations to them on some well-deserved wins. Some takeaways from that: the Fighting Cignettis thought they were going to be elite. Like, no, that's not a Kurt Cignetti team. They beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. They are about 50%, 60% win percentage against teams that are barely bowl eligible. And anybody who's any elite where it's requiring out coaching to win, they usually lose. But then again, for Indiana, that's gonna be fine. Going 8-4, 9-3, they're gonna be happy with that. 7-5, being consistently bowl eligible, they'll be happy. So they'll be going through Aaron Cignetti's gonna be cashing some nice big checks. So hey, that is what it is. And Tennessee, you're not ready for prime time. They're not ready. You saw the advantage that they had of a truly hostile environment. The troll, I gotta give credit where it's due. This damn thing's a little too high for my taste. I gotta give credit where credit is due. The Ohio State fans chanting SEC, that was a good troll. I gotta give you credit for that one. That was good. But yeah, Tennessee did not look like they knew what they were doing. Nico got blasted that one shot, man. He is a first-year starter, and it showed. This team is not ready yet. Heupel's biggest problem has been winning games on the road, and he was on the road. This was in Neyland, Ohio State wouldn't have won, but this was in Columbus at the Shoe, and Ohio State won. And Ohio State didn't just win, they dominated. So Tennessee, are you going to get back to the playoffs next year? I mean, this was better than I thought you were going to do. I picked you going 9-3 and missing the playoffs because I didn't think in his redshirt freshman year you'd get here. I figured it was going to take another year, a little more seasoning in order to get it. But a little ahead of schedule. But now your schedule is going to be interesting next year because the SEC, everything you played this year, it's the reverse. So you play Bama in Tuscaloosa. Georgia comes to Neyland. Oklahoma comes to Neyland. Arkansas comes to Neyland. Florida going to Gainesville. It's going to be some interesting games here. So, it's going to be a fun one. Been a while since there's been some really good football pretty much every game. The bowl games were entertaining too. And another takeaway on that, I did the video about how I would fix college football by pushing the season back, and I got some pushback from people because they didn't want it starting any earlier. You want this with the portal and everything else to change? With the coaches leaving, you're going to have to start the season earlier. And the law I wanted to put in place was somehow put away that you cannot, unless you're fired, you cannot accept a job somewhere else until your season is completed. I don't know how the hell you're going to enforce it, but there's a lot of work to do. Next thing off, thanks everybody for those few people, because I was hoping for more interaction, and I'm not exactly happy about it, but thanks to the few people who did vote in the year 2024 college football playoff. Sheet up here. We had one upset. So since I've asked this and nobody really commented on it, so we're just going to do this way. Um, Oregon, first round matchups we had that you voted on. Oregon beat Ole Miss, Boise State beat Indiana, Texas beat Clemson, Penn State beat SMU. Those of you who are asking, we did the AP Top 16, and I made a tournament bracket out of it. And I put posts up on community posts on YouTube and a post up on X, and a poll up on X, and we'll see who wins. Let's see. Ohio State beat Alabama, Notre Dame beat South Carolina, Arizona State upset Tennessee, and Georgia beat Miami. So now, the quarterfinal games that you'll be voting on. The Wednesday game, Christmas Day, Boise State's on the road at Oregon. Day after Christmas, Penn State goes to Austin to play Texas. Friday, Ohio State's on the road in South Bend to play Notre Dame. That sounds like a good one. And Saturday, Arizona State goes on the road to Athens to play Georgia. Yikes. That's going to be some tough games to play, but it's going to be a good series there. But that will be voting on X and the community post. Now, bowl games. Why am I doing my predictions here? Because we have bowl games Monday. They're making predictions on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There's literally a bowl game tomorrow. Only one, actually two bowl games tomorrow. But that's what we're looking at here. So, shall we get into these predictions? All right, first up, first bowl game. We have the Myrtle Beach Bowl. This is Monday bowl games in Conway, South Carolina. Coastal Carolina, who's in South Carolina, will face UTSA. So Coastal Carolina's kind of at the home, but UTSA is an 11-point favorite. Coastal Carolina, the portal's affecting everybody, so it's kind of almost even at this point. I just think UTSA and they're going to just do a better job. So give me UTSA and I'll lay the 11. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl from Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. Northern Illinois against Fresno State. Northern Illinois is a 3.5-point favorite. Northern Illinois has got to travel west. Fresno State's been to Boise, so this is new territory for them. But Fresno, no Mikey Keene, a coaching change. Northern Illinois is relatively intact. I gotta pick Northern Illinois and lay the 3.5. I just don't know if they can do it. Tuesday bowl game, the Hawaii Bowl from Honolulu. We've got South Florida against San Jose State. San Jose State's a 3.5-point favorite. South Florida has the advantage. San Jose State has traveled to Hawaii, so they know exactly the system. You're already talking about someone going South Florida, Orlando to Honolulu. That is a hell of a trip. So say jet lag is going to be... Hopefully they left like 3 days early, because this is ridiculous. But just to get ready for this game. But San Jose State by 3.5. They're used to being there. South Florida's going to be totally out of whack because of the travel. Give me San Jose State, and I'm laying the 3.5 points. Thursday bowl games here. We've got the Game Above Sports Bowl in Detroit, Michigan. Steve from the Big Mountain correctly put it up at the Little Caesar. I think it was the Little Caesars Bowl at one point. Pitt versus Toledo, and Pitt's a 6.5-point favorite. Pitt's got the thing on there. Toledo has a little bit of problems with the portal, but I think this is going to be a little more competitive game than people are getting credit for. I'm going to pick Pitt to win, but give me Toledo plus 6.5, because I think they're going to be covering the spread on this one. All right, the Rate Bowl, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. From Phoenix, Arizona, Rutgers against Kansas State. Kansas State's a 6.5-point favorite. Kansas State to Phoenix, not that far of a trip. Rutgers to Phoenix is a long damn trip. Rutgers has played well. Kansas State has had a bit of a downturn a little bit here, but I still think they got enough to get this done. So give me Kansas State, and I'll lay the 6.5. Okay, the 68 Ventures Bowl from Mobile, Alabama. Arkansas State against Bowling Green. Bowling Green's a 7-point favorite. Arkansas State's the shortest distance to travel, but Alabama, Ohio to Bowling Green, Ohio to Mobile is not too bad. But I think Bowling Green just has more talent. So give me Bowling Green. I'm going to lay the 7 points. Friday bowl game. We only got one. The Holiday Bowl from San Diego, California. Syracuse against Washington State. Syracuse 11.5-point favorite. Washington State has been absolutely decimated. Coaching staff, players, everything. Syracuse, Fran Brown, Kyle McCord, phenomenal job. And unfortunately, Washington State's going to suffer another loss. Give me Syracuse. I'm laying the 11.5. Saturday, the 5 bowl games we got to do here. The New Mexico Bowl in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Louisiana versus TCU. TCU's a 12.5-point favorite. TCU just got way too much damn firepower. They just have way too much firepower in this thing. I'm sorry. So I'm going to give you TCU, and I'm laying the 12.5. Sorry, Louisiana. The Pop-Tarts Bowl in Orlando, Florida from Camping World Stadium. Iowa State versus Miami. Miami's a 3-point favorite. This is going to be an interesting situation here going on here. Iowa State traveling, Miami very close to home. If Cam Ward and everybody plays, they're going to be phenomenal. We'll see about that. So for right now, give me Miami, and I'm laying the 3 points. The Military Bowl from Annapolis, Maryland. East Carolina versus NC State. 2 North Carolina schools going to Maryland, so pretty much equidistant here. NC State's a 5.5-point favorite. East Carolina's been kind of up and down. NC State's a bit of a disappointment, but they came on strong at the end of the season. Hot at the right time. I think that continues. Give me NC State, and I'm laying the 5.5. The Alamo Bowl from San Antonio, Texas. BYU versus Colorado. Colorado's a 4.5-point favorite. As of now, we don't know if Travis Hunter, Shedeur, and all of them are going to play or not. We don't know. If they're playing, Colorado by 4.5. If they're not, BYU's winning this heads up. But for now, I'm giving Colorado, and I'll lay the 4.5. And lastly, the Independence Bowl from Shreveport, Louisiana. Louisiana Tech, damn near a home game for them, faces off against Army, who's a 16.5-point favorite. Oh, Louisiana Tech. Your worst beating of the year is going to happen in a bowl game. But yes, folks, it is. I'm sorry. I got to pick them. I'm picking Army, and I'm laying the 16.5. I think they're just too damn talented. Oh, boy. Put all this crap down. Let me get back up in the seats. I was sliding out. I was getting kind of comfortable. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I'm going to put out a video on Christmas Eve. And on the 26th, the day after. As to what they're going to be, you're going to find out. But it's going to be a little bit interesting, let's just say it that way. One comment that was brought up. This is not one of the videos. Is the era of the power conference coming to an end? When this new subdivision Super League happens, yeah, it will. But until then, no, it won't. Because there'll be autonomous conferences. Once this new subdivision happens and everybody moves off to a new subdivision, all the autonomous things will be done. So it's just be whoever's whoever. And a little shout out to people here who's saying the fact, and I've gotten into an argument with people, that when it comes to the G5, this one I got a lot of messages on. The G5 and strength of schedule matters. Really? It does? Remember Memphis? Top 25 program. 10-2. On there. Well, they played a tough schedule. Out of 134 teams in FBS, their strength of schedule was 129th. There was only 5 people worse. They had absolutely horrible strength of schedule. But you know what? It didn't matter. Why? Did you win your games? Did you beat P4 schools? That's all the hell they care about. G5 conferences are considered even. It doesn't matter on strength of schedule. Did you win your games? Did you play P4 schools and beat them? That's all the hell they care about. So you want to make a super G5, it means nothing. Unless you can get more money. If it doesn't mean more money, why? You have no more access than anybody else. Like Army had a crappy schedule. They could have gotten in. UNLV had a bad one. Doesn't matter how good you think your schedule is. Doesn't matter. But I've done enough ranting. Why don't you let me know what you think about everything down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching this video. If you haven't done already, do me the favor. Smash the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Helps with the algorithm. Helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Were you surprised by any of the bowl games? about the ones coming up. Are you actually going to vote in your 2024 college football playoff? Are you actually going to vote in it? I'd like to find out about that. Um, we'll see how this goes this time around. Share the video if you want to. If you haven't done it already, like I said, check out some other videos I've done if you like them. Hey, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to get this channel to grow. You want to follow me on the craziness that is Twitter, that is X. The link will be in the description. Like I said, video coming up Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas. I'll be working the day after Christmas. I'm going to get home for Christmas Eve, actually Christmas Eve morning. I'll be home for that, and then all of Christmas Day, and then 7 a.m. on the 26th, I'll be back in my truck ready to go again. So it's kind of a split week for me this week. New Year's, no such luck. I'll be going straight through. I already think I know where I'm going. But that's the way it goes. So thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's having a great Sunday. I'm already about an hour and a half behind at this point, but my appointment got pushed back, so it really doesn't matter. Because of an accident on I-24 on Mont Eagle on the mountain. Fatal wreck. Everybody got diverted on the U.S. highway. We're going 10 miles an hour down hairpin turns. Yeah, it was fun, especially in a big-ass truck. So, thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's having a great day. Please be safe and please be good to each other.